Hi, I'm Jason Burns from Radiant Printing, and I want to share with you 4 tips to an effective direct mail campaign. Number 1 is you need to know your city. The number 1 question I get from church planters and pastors across the country is, will you just send us your most successful direct mail campaign? And the answer to that is always no. The reason it was successful in one city may be the reason it's not successful in yours. So here's what you need to know. Every city has a certain soul, a certain vibe to it. What works one place doesn't always work in another place. I grew up in West Palm Beach, which is a very affluent city. And it's important when you mail to a city like that to understand that you can either try to compete with things that people have money, or number 2 is you can speak to the need that's in their heart. The city I pastor in is kind of the opposite. The largest church split in American church history happened in my city. So there's a lot of people who carry some church hurt and some church wounds with them. And so marketing to them is a little different. So it's very important that when you market to your city, that you know your city. Number 2 is so important, you need to nail the design. It always baffles me that churches will spend thousands of dollars on mailing the postcard, but they won't spend $200 to get a professional to actually design it well. A good design answers all the questions a person has in order to get to your church. It's important to make sure that you tell them where your church meets, when it meets, and then the design should also give them a peek into what the church looks like. So use real pictures. People can spot stock photos from a mile away. Use real pictures and make sure that it gives an accurate depiction of your church. Number 3 is you need to determine your audience. Now there's a lot of ways that we can go about helping you do this. You can do it based on your budget. Maybe you have a limited amount of resources. You can do it based on the reach. Maybe that you want to reach 25 or 50,000 homes. You can do that based on mileage. In some cities, people will drive more than 15 or 20 miles to get to church. And in other more densely populated areas, some people won't even drive 2 or 3 miles. So when you know your city and you know the reach, we can help you determine the demographics you're going to send to. And finally, the 4th thing that we've determined is that when you promote events over series, you get so much better results. Often when you promote a message series, whether it's a financial series or a marriage series, people tend to say yes or no to the series and not to your church. So here's what we've learned throughout the years. When you promote an event, typically things like a church launch, your first Sunday, or a new campus, or adding a new service time, or a big event like Easter Sunday or a Christmas Eve service, those tend to reach people far and away more than doing a series. So make sure when you promote the event, you always give the basic information of who, what, where, when, and why, and people will come. At Radiant Printing, we want to do everything we can to partner with you to reach your city, and direct mail is an amazing way to do that. And we have found that there's no better way to tell an entire community about your church than through direct mail. As we partner with you, what you'll discover is we have an amazing team of people who understand everything you need. They'll walk you through every step. If you would like to get started today, just go to radiantprinting.com, click the direct mail tab, and all the information, all the pricing, and all of the things you need to take your next steps are there. We would love to partner with you together to reach your city for Jesus. God bless you.